This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code SOUTHGATE to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Hey, what about that Legends of the Arrowverse podcast?
What about us?
People are probably getting sick of that. They're like, they do that every episode of every show. But if you're still with us, welcome to episode 3 of Legends of the Arrowverse. I am Phil. Joining me as always from her secret bunker in Florida is...
Hey y'all, it's Lilith Hellfire. What's up?
And tonight, whenever you're listening to this, we are covering the only Arrowverse shows that were on this week. Supergirl, Season 4, Episode 16, The House of L. That's right, just an L.
Yeah.
And Arrow, Season 7, Episode 17, Inheirtance. They can keep that Inheirtance.
You're telling me. Okay, so I just want to jump right into Supergirl and say that I'm happy that...
Wait, you want to what?
I'm going to jump right into Supergirl and say I'm happy that... Oh my god. I would have punched you.
You're the one who gave it to me.
I'm just going to jump
Gonna hit myself.
right into Supergirl and say that I'm happy for John Cryer. I saw a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but enough people happy with his performance as Lex Luthor.
You weren't thrilled with his performance?
I'm not thrilled with the storyline. I think that's what it really boils down to ultimately.
I mean, his first...
Because it's too little too late at this point, because basically this episode was a retcon. It's like, oh, this is what I've been doing, and it's just like...
You don't think this has been the plan since day one, is to have him be behind everything, like Agent Liberty and...
No.
No?
You can kind of clearly tell with Supergirl, if you've been watching for a while, from season 2 to now, that they're kind of willy-nilly, and they don't really know how to balance their seasons out. They don't really know how to break their season. And so they came up with this. It feels like, to me, what it seems like is that they came up with this idea of, oh, wait! We can pull a fast one on the audience.
People have been complaining that there's no, like, big bad. So we make Lex the behind everything.
Because I don't know if they were going to be they didn't know if they were going to be able to get the go-ahead, especially with that whole thing supposedly with the Superman show kicking around. Did they want to have John Cryer for that? Because if they do the Superman, obviously they're going to be using Tyler H. So that was like a whole thing, and I was just like, okay, this is our Lex Luthor if we get the Superman show. I don't know how I feel about this.
I mean, I liked John Cryer a lot more this week than I did last week. Last week I was kind of I was like, whatever, but I was more thrilled with him this week. But yeah, if they do go ahead with a Tyler H. Superman show, it's like, it'd be kind of, well, I guess have they done that before? But it'd be kind of weird, because unless they're going to, like, pretend Cryer's, like, younger, I mean, it's going to be, like, a much older Lex versus a younger Superman.
Yeah.
Does that seem weird, or no?
Now, to be fair, I don't quote me on this, but I feel like Tyler and I are only, like, 7 months apart or something like that.
Okay.
And he's 40, so...
And what?
And he looks like he's 40, so...
Who, Tyler? I don't think so.
He looks old to me. And especially with that Lois Lane. So I'm just saying, it could all work out in the end.
You think 40-year-olds look old, Lil?
I mean, Hollywood old, you know.
Yeah.
It's the square jaw. It actually ages people up. No, honestly, it does. He doesn't have, like, that golden ratio soft. So, you know, it's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Entourage. They explain the big head ratio thing.
I could see that.
It's true. Anyway, no, but I'm glad for John Cryer, not necessarily for the character of Lex and the mythos, and I don't think that we needed Lex in Supergirl. I think that we needed Lena. She was just fine. She's more conniving to me than Lex, and more likable than Lex in any iteration, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
but
the mother. So it's just like, did we really need a male big bad? Like, I know people complain about that. Why does she always have to go against the girl versions of the villains?
I mean, Lena hasn't. I mean, eventually she'll go full, be Supergirl's big bad. But I mean, she hasn't gone there yet. Is that why kind of part of the reason they brought Lex in? Or are they going to be like, oh, Lex, corrupted his sister?
Lena this universe is Lionel.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, just when you thought, no. Lex.
Do you think Crier's this universe is Lionel?
No, I mean, like, how was the bait and switch? It's like, we're all like, okay. Lex Luthor, obviously, he's trying to be friendly, he's up to things. But no, it's Lionel that was really, honestly, the worst.
Oh, yeah.
But then, like, did the heel babyface turn and ended up, being Clark's guardian, Smallville style. So that's what I kind of see happening. Because, these Arrow writers have no original thoughts. Looking at you, Felicity, bootleg Chloe Sullivan.
So which season are we going to get the episode where Lena and Kara switch bodies?
I swear next season. That's going to happen.
Do you think that's going to happen, or Alex and Kara are going to switch bodies?
Wait, that hasn't happened yet?
No.
Okay, yeah, it's going to be Alex and Kara, when that's how she gets her memory back, or whatever the hell's going on around here.
Or she'll get her memory back, she'll mad at her, but then, they'll switch bodies, and she'll be like, oh, okay, I see what kind of burden you have,
Yeah, it'll be like the Lois and Clark one from Smallville. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember. They're due, because I'm pretty sure they haven't done a body swap with anyone in Kara.
If Oliver and Barry get to do it, come on.
Oh no. What if it's like Kara and Felicity?
Why would you do that?
It's the Arrowverse. Come on.
Dude, fight me all you want, but I swear Kara's personality is just like Felicity. It's Felicity with a cape. I've said it from day freaking one. And they kind of look alike. If you squint hard enough, not even that hard.
Ooh.
Although I will say that I like Emily Bat, don't get me wrong, but it's just something about Melissa Benoist. Like she has she has puppy energy, and I think that I find that more endearing than the cold aloof exterior of Emily Bat Records at cons when she does show up. So no, like for a long time she didn't go because she wasn't comfortable with her fandom because they're insane maniacs, illuminators. Yeah, I wouldn't show up either. But, she needs that money apparently because, Arrow's wrapping it up. So she better get used to doing those cons.
All right. Let's jump into, we finally got some extended scenes with Red Daughter.
Yes! But seriously, this is the best they could come up with?
Well, I have a theory on this. I was talking to Tyler about this Sunday night. I have a theory. Do you remember when Red Daughter was, she went to America. She saw, she's studying Kara basically, and she's like, oh, Supergirl's too emotional, and I'm the cold Russian or whatever.
Yeah.
Trying to be all Dolph Lundgren and Rocky IV. No, I was thinking, I'm like, especially, is this like a red herring? But well, no, I'm thinking, could Red Daughter have a double meaning? Because I was thinking before this episode, I'm thinking, okay, the Black Kryptonite or whatever, just like clone Supergirl.
Yeah.
What if it's split her down the middle? What if we have a red and a blue?
Yeah, we said that.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, the last time that we talked about Supergirl.
But I'm thinking that makes sense because, what if Red's the analytical one and, that's Red Daughter, it has a double meaning. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if she, I love this clone turned to dust though. So.
And for everybody who was, like us, who were like, oh, why'd she wipe Alex's memory? Why couldn't she find another way? That was stupid. What if they explained and like, hey, that was the blue, overly emotional half that, she lost her logical sides over in Russia.
I would like that, but I don't give these writers credit at all anymore.
You can take that Supergirl writers room.
I mean, I hate to sound like a nag about it. I try to get into Supergirl. I do, but I just feel like I watch it out of obligation. I'd rather watch Wonder Woman from the 70s. That's still more #feminism in an organic way than Supergirl will ever be. It's just so overly political.
Oh yeah, there's too much politics in this show.
Yeah, it's just not. That's not what I showed up to Supergirl for.
But just you and Charlie Esser watching Linda Carter.
Look at my butt.
Wait, what?
Charlie Esser, what?
Look at my butt.
You know, she looks damn good for a woman her age. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, I've seen. Oh yeah.
And if you're ever in Connecticut up at Foxwoods, she occasionally does. I guess I'll usually use this word, a residency. I've seen her there sing like 8 times. So
yeah, I thought of her said she sang or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Like, I think it's time for Supergirl to start wrapping some plots up and put a bow on the series at this point. I don't feel like Supergirl has anything to offer. You
know why I think I like this past episode so much? It
Why?
wasn't so much the politics and, the current event stuff. It was more comic booky.
Yeah, it was bickering and machinations. I agree. It was more comic booky.
Yeah,
Especially with the surprise twist. Ha ha! It was me the whole time thing.
Yeah. Oh, when Lex giving himself cancer so you get the cure.
Yeah. Yeah. And hey, you saw the super suit.
Yes! Yeah.
My favorite scene, no lie, was when he was holding up the Daily Planet logo, and I was just like,
oh, the globe, yes. And she's like, you have powers? Yes, I have powers.
We're getting a young clone body. We're not, honestly, that's where we're going.
I told you, if you want to recast if they do Tyler H show and they want to recast clone body, that cure could be killing them.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the storyline, but the execution is very iffy at times. But everybody's working with the best that they have, and I can appreciate that.
Well, I give them even more credit if, like you said, if this was like a last minute thing, if they haven't had this plan since the beginning of the season.
They have a real issue with their big bads. They really do, and I don't know if it's like studio interference or they're just wishy-washy about what they really actually want to do.
Well, I appreciate, you remember when we were complaining in a couple seasons of The Flash where like it's always a speedster. It seems like with Supergirl is always like an alien, specifically Kryptonian, this or that.
I actually appreciate it because they, in the beginning anyway, they did have like a lot of tender love and care for the Kryptonian mythos and lore.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, now that we have Krypton, I guess they were like, hey, you're stepping on our toes, and that's why that went away. But yeah, I think that that's one of the coolest parts about Supergirl and Superman.
Yeah, but
Argo and all that stuff, and I could do without the freak of the week or the family drama.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's going to be an exploration of what it means to be Supergirl with, living in the shadow of her cousin, and that kind of faded away, and we get this weird political thriller with, the DEO and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, eh.
Well, basically the whole living in his shadow, it's like, what was that last season where they proved like she's like stronger than he is?
Which was garbage, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, comic book accuracy, like, me, I, almost broke my TV. I was like, you mother...
if you want to get logical about it, yeah, that's...
Because he had to go off-world, and they didn't want people thinking he was irresponsible, or whatever it was. I feel like that's why they threw that in there. On top of hashtag feminism, hashtag girl power.
But yeah, he should be stronger for no other reason. He's been on Earth longer. He's absorbed yellow sun longer. She lived on Krypton for a while. She was absorbing that red sun for a while. So.
Yeah. Just saying, the comic book accuracy in me just literally almost broke my TV. But anyway, I'll give this episode a solid B-.
Ooh.
Not a Supergirl scale. I'm not grading against anything else but itself.
Yeah. Probably have to go with a B.
Okay.
No,
Wait, is it a B or is I feel like Kara is not the main character. I think all these shows have that problem where the team is so big that we can hardly ever focus on the main person that the show's titled after.
Well, with all these Arrowverse shows, they like their big, their big teams and ensembles. It's like.
Yeah, I think it's a detriment especially this late in the game.
They need to find a balance. Some of these shows, it's just like, yeah, you don't want to be like back in the day when it was just like the hero and basically had no one at his side. But yeah, you don't need 50 support team members either.
Yeah, the DEO. When I thought we were going away from the DEO, I was so happy, and I was just like, yes. And then
yeah, why are we still getting so much DEO when it's like, Kara's not working for them anymore?
Exactly, because it's an ensemble cast, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So, should we go to Arrow?
Yeah, let's go to that hot turd sandwich.
Inheritance. Let's talk about this big... Did they plan this big bad since the beginning of the season?
I don't think so. Okay, because Emiko seems just she's like a walking, talking, breathing plot hole. Like, her motivations are just everywhere. They want her to be everything.
Just another, don't you dare care for me.
But the thing about Oliver is he's been at this for so long, but he doesn't learn his freaking lessons. Like, okay, the girl said, leave me alone. Learn when a girl says, leave me alone. Hey, man.
Yeah,
she didn't say I'm fine. She said, leave me alone.
Yeah, but he's used to chasing like romantic interests. I mean, this is his sister, and since Thea flew the coop.
Thea had the same issue with him as well, which drove her right into Merlin's arms. So it's just like, he doesn't learn his lessons, and that just really irritates me. I don't know if it's just because the writers don't care to remember, or they prefer to just make Oliver look like an a-hole. Like, I'm not sure what it is anymore at this point.
Well, I mean, yeah, but is that just the plot too? So, they could go full on.
Of course, convenient plot point is convenient, but it's lazy writing, and it's just a detriment to the character.
Yeah,
we have a very finite amount of episodes at this point.
Yeah, but they have to artificially drive that plot so he can find out how evil she is.
Artificially being the key word in that sentence. Yes, nothing is forgive me, guys. Organic.
Well, two. Did they know? They didn't know at the beginning of this season, right? That next season was going to be a shorter and final season, right? So do you think
this was actually supposed to be quiet as it's kept? I don't know how much everybody knows. This was supposed to be the last season, but Steven was like, "Hey, I know, I really love the cast and the crew, and my fans. So and we got to
pay off that promise to the Monitor."
Oh yeah, that too. He could have just came back as a cameo for that.
That's true.
We're just being honest. Yeah. So. But yeah, so the whole, that's why I think that's honestly why they decided to do Crisis on Infinite Earths. When they decided that that's the route they were going to go, Steven was already talking about that. Mm-hmm. So, that's just how, everything just kind of lines up and feels right. Like, that's what happened. And so, it's and the show can't go on without Steven Amell. Flat point out blank, no.
Oh, no. Is that unofficially official that they're spinning off 2040 Star City 2040?
Honestly, if they have the balls to do that, I would be shocked.
After that episode, it's
a backdoor pilot, though.
It so seemed like it.
And think about Kat McNamara. I don't know if Shadowhunters is canceled or not because I don't watch Freeform, but so she comes with her own fan base, though.
Yeah.
So that was an eye-opening thing that I saw when they cast her, and I was just like, huh. And then there's all this focus on the flash forwards, and they said the flash forwards would be there until the end of the series. So right then and there, when they said that, I should have known something.
Yeah.
Because I was like, no way could it go 5 more, 3 more, 4 more years with flash forwards. There's no way. But
I just wonder if they're going to do a whole future series, because when we see Nora on the Flash going to visit Eobard, that's 9 years after this. So are they going to do a series of you could bring in.
The Arrowverse is.
You could bring in a Nora.
This Arrowverse shows are done. Black Lightning, Arrow, Flash, Supergirl. Sorry to say it, Legends. We need something fresh, and so we can't have legacy characters. If you want something fresh, that's why we have Batwoman, and then maybe give us Blue Beetle, or I don't know if that's all being taken on the DCU stuff or whatever, but.
Well, beginning of 2020, we're probably going to see, once Arrow's over, we're probably going to see Batwoman, Flash will still be around.
Working its way till its last season very quickly.
You think?
That's why they changed it from 2024. They were like, this show's losing legs. We got to wrap it up.
Oh, really?
Think about it.
Losing legs?
They're losing their faith in a 10 in a 10th season. Remember when it was like, oh yeah, we plan on that 2024, we totally do. And then it's like, even Supernatural is next season. So CW is just, it's not.
Well, next season will be season 6 for Flash. Do you think it'll get at least 7 like Arrow?
Well, honestly, old contracts used to be for 7 seasons. Like, you used to have to sign for 7 seasons with the clause that, if they want to fire you, they can fire you, but plan on 7 seasons. And now the newer version is 6 seasons. So, and there's the rumors of a lot of people leaving.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. It could reinvigorate the show, or it could kill the show. So, I don't know. Well, see how the first 3 episodes of next season go before I can make a decision. And the same thing with the network. It's still the biggest ratings drawer on the CW.
I mean, I don't want to lose Carlos or Tom Cavanaugh, but it's like you do have to like kind of tighten up that supporting cast though too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're out of ideas for Tom Cavanaugh's Council of Wells. I'd rather have Matt Lesher at this point.
Why can't we just have Earth 2 Harry every season? Why do we have to switch up Wells every season?
Well, I thought it was at the request of Tom Cavanaugh.
Oh, that's his.
That's the beauty of doing a Wells, and I feel like even he feels like the Sherlock Wells has hit a dry well, if you will. So I think he even knows that, and so if he does leave, I can see him coming back to like direct episodes and stuff, because I heard that's what he really wants to focus on and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then Carlos wants to do Broadway. He has an amazing voice, so more power to him on that.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
they screwed him on the gypsy thing. I was just like, they haven't really given that character any evolution. So, I get when actors have to do what they have to do.
Yeah, I mean, but I can see that show lasting longer than any of the other ones, like Legends or Black Lightning.
Well, yeah, Black Lightning and Legends. Writing's on the wall.
Are they going to fold Black Lightning in during Crisis, or are they just going to be like, yeah, let's just...
I don't wish unemployment on anybody, but...
That's what I was going to say. Unless they fold in, they might not last, so they might,
The ratings are just plummeting for Black Lightning, or were. So, yeah. But Legends is way too expensive for as lowest ratings as they get. And Matt Ryan's like, let me jump off this ship. Hey, Swamp Thing!
Oh, yeah. We got that headline today. Matt Ryan wants to be on Swamp Thing. Or did he hear us say that and was like, oh, that's a good idea?
I think everybody was kind of tweeting that. It's like, he has to be the glue that holds the whole DC universe together. Well, not the animated stuff. I think he did his own voice in the Justice League Dark.
I think so, yeah.
He went from NBC to CW. His show is actually canon to the Arrowverse. So it's like, he is probably the glue that's literally holding the whole DC universe together at this point.
He's like the new Adam West or Kevin Conroy. It's like anytime it's Constantine, it's going to be Matt Ryan.
Yeah, at that point. And I think it would be smart and fun.
Oh, yeah. As long as he can do it. I mean, he still was, Constantine is disheveled. I mean, he could do live action for many years still, and, the animation, as long as his voice holds up, he could do that till the day he dies.
Yeah, so... But anyway, yeah, Arrow is just kind of a mess right now. I really didn't like the Miko thing. It literally is Felicity's fault. She creates Archer, and Miko steals it, and then Argus probably steals it from them, and rules the world and kills all the mechs. It would be nice if we had more consistency across the Arrowverse. That's all that I'm going to say. That's my headcanon. Blame Felicity. It's all her fault.
Oh man, the minute that Archer came online, like Danielle sitting there, she's like Ultron? I'm like, yeah, or Brother Eye.
Yeah, exactly, Brother Eye. Now, we have had mentions to Brother Eye before, obviously. And so I was just like, oh, that would have been cool if they could have tied it in. And secretly, she's Granny Goodness, because she is atrocious. The character, not the actress.
Oh,
dude, Felicity's a villain. I'm sorry. People can't think of her.
Wow.
I don't care. It's a known fact I'm not a fan of the character of Felicity.
Ooh.
You know what?
What? Hey.
I'm glad my camera's off.
Hey. You turn it on. Come on. Hey. Don't hand a loaded gun to a child and then get mad when they shoot you with it.
Anyway, no. But I don't know. Like, Emiko, I just don't believe it. It has to be another twist. Because this is lazy.
Or she undercover.
She's running nice circle. Are you sure? It works for her? That's what you're telling me?
They all work for her? I know. I'm like, none of these old guys
supposed to be again?
None of these old guys have attempted to kill her, especially Dante, the guy who taught her everything she knows.
Well, honestly, it's kind of that Catwoman thing. It's like, it's always nice to have a sexy woman running things. Like,
true.
I get that.
Or is Dante using her as a fall guy?
Exactly. And she doesn't see it. She's too cocky. I really do not like the character of Emiko, which is a shame because I loved her comic book counterpart. And by the way, I did love her new uniform upgrade. I was just like, nice. It has like little hints of Emiko from the comic books. I thought that was cool.
Sometimes, she would have to come back, but sometime before this series is over, can we get an Emiko Thea fight?
Thea?
Yes.
Oh, I want Thea to kick her ass.
Yes.
But I think, honestly, like, they're not addressing the Thea thing in the future. I feel like
she's not coming back.
She is probably dead.
Ooh.
In the future.
Yeah, because Roy's there, but she's, unless she dies in Crisis.
Thea ain't never ever coming back. Like the actress Willa Holland, she still has beef from, as far as I can tell, with Stephen Amell and Emily Bent-Rickards. So
unless they kill her off panel or
which is a shame. Like, I think that she's literally the last person in his life from season 1.
Yeah,
like that's family, that's known him before the island. She's the last person.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. But I'm really pissed what they're doing with Laurel E2.
What the hell are they doing with her?
And I was like, can she just go back to Earth 2 and become the real Black Canary that we all wanted her to be?
I was going to say, is she going to be like a bad? Is she supposed to be a villain? Is she going to be a hero now?
Well, she can be a villain again because she got outed for working with Diaz.
Yeah. But
Nico said she did it for fun though, so I was just like, yikes.
And are they going to make her the one true canary since they cut Dinah's throat?
But we get a reference in the last episode that, I don't know, because Zoe is a canary, but Dinah is the Black Canary. Yeah. That's how they made it to me. And I'm like, well, really, Sarah is the OG Black Canary, but whatever. And Black Silent is Black Silent.
Aren't we getting that episode coming up too?
Yeah.
All the canaries and stuff. Yeah.
I'm curious to see how that's all going to work.
Oh, is Sarah going to come around and...
Can we just stop screwing over Katie Cassidy? Can we just go one season without screwing over Katie Cassidy? Like, honest to God, why does she even care about these people anymore? Like, I appreciate what she goes through for her fans, but damn, son.
Hey, man, she's going to ride the train to the end, man.
She's doing other stuff. Her independent movie Grace was doing great. I believe she got an actress award for that one. So it's not like she needs Arrow necessarily.
Maybe she or she likes it for some reason.
I don't know. She must be a glutton for punishment.
Maybe she likes her coworkers. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but if she likes it, I love it. This episode is such a mess, though. Like, I didn't find one piece of dialogue likable at all. It was just so grating. Everybody's decisions are just so annoying.
But yeah, it just seems so weird. Emiko's in charge of Highlander.
There can only be one, and he cuts her head off. But we're not on HBO, so that's not going to happen.
I did like Diggle dropped the line. It's like, oh yeah, I know about evil siblings.
Yeah. I was like, quiet as this kept, you're the evil sibling. You're the one trying to knock on that man's wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd be like, I know.
Maddie over there,
I was gonna be like, man, I didn't try to sleep with.
How soon we are quick to forget, Diggle. Obviously, that particular comment didn't age well.
Oliver's like, I only sleep with other people's sisters, not my family's sisters.
Exactly. Oh, what a mess.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Emiko? Like,
I was hoping she was going to come around eventually and, like, be closer to, like, the comic version. I mean, I don't want her to be full evil.
But so, like, Ninth Circle is basically the clans, and Dante is basically Komodo.
But, I mean, how did you...
Because we killed the villain of the week, like a dumbass move.
And what about that last scene? So, like, she was the one responsible for sinking the Queen's Gambit?
She just didn't stop it, is the way that I took it. Like, she knew she could have made it, but she didn't because what happened with Robert.
Okay, so it was still...
Like, I used to love Papa Queen. Like, Jamie Sheridan is my jam from, you know, the Law and Order franchise. And they have just, like, the longer the show has gone on, the more of it is like a complete son of a bee he's been. Like, I'm just like, first it was Isabel, but then it's like, wait, so you knew Thea wasn't yours, treated her better than you treated anybody else in your life. And it's just like, but what makes me mad is just like, I don't think he had any intentions on leaving Moira for anybody anyway. Like,
no, because he would have lost half his fortune.
Exactly.
Would have lost half his fortune.
So it's just mad, stay mad.
There was nobody innocent in that marriage.
Damn straight.
No. They were both SOBs.
They deserved each other. Come to find out they deserved each other.
Oh yeah, both sleeping around and evil plots.
Yeah. Tit for tat.
What? What did you say?
I said tit for tat and then I started laughing. Anyway, no, like, it's just, I don't know, this plot is a mess, and I'm just bummed. Because we only get 22 episodes this season. Across the board for everybody, Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow. I feel like we might have needed that extra episode this season.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's filler here and there, so I mean, might be better.
That's the nice thing about Arrow, at least when Arrow is good. They can roll like 2 or 3 episodes like into that final episode and get the momentum going. I just feel like this was a momentum stopper. Like, what are we going to do for next season? Is it going to be like the island blows up and nobody's dead again? Because we can't afford that.
Do you think Oliver made that deal with the Monitor. Do you think he knows or he thinks his time is up? So next season is going to be him just like going around wrapping up loose ends.
What loose ends are there to wrap up?
I don't know. Is he going to like double down and be like, he really has to like incarcerate every villain he can and,
or kill him. That'd be my option.
Try to find Thea so he can say goodbye and.
I don't know what they're going to do, but.
Or is he going to
try? What the finale's going to be because I feel like this should have been the finale cliffhanger, honestly. It's like, dun dun dun, I trusted the wrong person again.
I just think, it might have been, but I think they just want to get a lot more done before because they only have 10 episodes next season.
I don't know, man. I don't think they know how to tell a fast-paced story anymore. They drugs. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the prison plot. I'm surprised that he wasn't out in the 3rd episode.
Yeah, that prison thing dragged on too long. I love these shows, but all of them might be better served to be like a 16 episode season rather than like 22 or 23.
See, this is the thing, though. If they did the 16, I would need them to keep the 22 episode.
Yes. Yes.
So that's the thing. When you cut the episode counts, you also cut the budget, which is something a lot of people don't actually realize.
Yeah.
So we don't have Disney money, so
Yeah, if you could cut the episode count and keep the budget, oh yeah.
Yeah, I would be here for that. But I don't know, like I hope that they can wrap the season and the series up in a satisfying manner.
Yes.
But honestly, like I literally don't know what we're building to at this point, and it's episode 17.
So, like I said, is Emiko like our big Lex Luthor behind the scenes big bad?
I think she's a puppet and a schmuck.
And
I think we're going to learn that pretty quick.
No, so I wonder if Dante's pulling her strings or if it's somebody we haven't seen. You know who we need to drop in before the series ends, right?
Who?
Malcolm Merlin has to be alive. We didn't see no body.
John Barrowman has said that he finds it imperative that he must show up for the last season of Arrow. And I think that would bring the series around to full circle, him being the big bad of the last season. Not an ally. He literally has to be the big bad. Maybe him and Slade team up. I don't know. But I want to say see Slade stay good. His sons are out there and they gotta get reunited eventually.
Forget the
knock some sense into those little
Forget the Legends thing. Let's get a true Legion of Doom for the last season.
Well, we got Lex now.
we got Lex, we got Merlin, we can have Reverse Flash, Gorilla Grodd. I mean, come on. Let's get nasty.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know. I'm so nervous for Arrow now. Like, I'm so invested now that I can see, like, a light at the end of the tunnel that's not literal hellfire. So like, I'm reinvested. It has reinvigorated my interest in Arrow, but they gotta start making stuff count.
This is the show that brought us together.
I know! It's gonna be so sad in the last episode.
I mean, next year, the landscape, I mean, think about it. Arrow's gonna be gone. Gotham is gonna be gone. It's gonna be so different.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s gonna be gone?
No, Agents of... No. They gave it another season after this one coming up. They already announced it, yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a short...
Well, Charlie Esser's employed at least through 2020, so...
Employed like we get paid.
He'll have something to do.
Keep him out with wife's hair, yes.
Him and Mr. Manzor will be very busy.
Okay, that's good. But yeah,
wow.
Oh, God. I give this episode a solid C+, though.
I might have to agree with that. Just that ending I was just like, oh, come on.
Like I said, no likable dialogue. I hated every single character's choices and decisions.
I don't know. I just the characterization of Emiko, which I'm just like, it's so back and forth, and I'm just like, okay, now she's bad.
It's because they don't know what they want her to be. And so now she's a living, breathing, walking plot hole. Because
I thought she was like getting close to Renee, but I was like, oh, or was she just trying to, was she thinking about converting him to the other side?
Yeah, think about it, because in the future, he's a bad guy.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, yes.
Some wild D, that's all I'm saying.
What?
She wanted some wild D, and I don't mean dog. More like dong. We can say dong, right? That's a medical term.
Okay, Ellis.
Dude, you should do a drop and tag him. That should be this episode's like audio tag. And
I should contact him and get some of their old audio. Just to be like, just take drops of him. We can say dong, right?
Yeah. Hopefully Emiko does come around, and because Oliver needs family and not just Felicity and kids who hate him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's my takeaway.
So, should we get out of here?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, join us next week, everyone, because we're going to be reviewing the return of Legends of Tomorrow.
Be an April Fool with us.
That's right.
And happy birthday.
Whose birthday?
Your birthday.
Oh, that's true. Yes. You can contact me and for my address to send me presents. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow Legends of the Arrowverse on Facebook. Twitter @LO Arrowverse. Follow CL Sidekicks on Instagram and the voicemail.
Arrowverse. What were you thinking, Philip?
You can't have a wrong name and people take stuff. Loverse.
No, LOL.
What?
LOL.
LOL.
Like laugh out loud.
Yes, I know. It's not a Larrowverse. And the voicemail 614-382-2737. That 614-38-CAPES.
LANA Overs. I see someone's found a new favorite drop. Thank God.
And where can people get a hold of you, Lilith Hellfire?
I love Ben Riley.
I'll never fall out of love with that.
Ugh. I'll get you, my pretty. If you nerds want to fight me about anything that I've said here, you can find me on the interwebs via @LoveHellfire on Twitter and @LoveHellfire86 on the gram. And if you want to talk more upbeat, positive superhero things like Superman and Smallville, you can find me @StandyPod on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and or Twitter. Duh.
And so, so we'll be, next week we'll be reviewing the return of, Matt Ryan's John Constantine on Legends of Tomorrow.
When is that next season of his animated series coming out?
I think it might be out now.
We'll have to check.
Yeah. We can do some of that, yeah. At least an episode of that somewhere. Although we're gonna be busy doing Angel over the summer. Angel Season 2.
Watch it now! Listen to us live later.
If you're listening to this on the podcast, it'll be in this time slot, Mondays. Probably with our friends.
Don't forget to tune in live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes.
OBS, we could push the both, but I won't push.
Subscribe to the YouTube, and you'll never miss an episode.
Like our Facebook, we need the likes. We do it for the likes.
That's right. So don't fail us, this city, or this podcast.